we met, I was going through the stage of, I was kind of cocky with the market. I was like, okay, I'm good. I know what I'm doing, right? And then not so much. On and off and up and down, and you came on, you were telling me, oh, you shouldn't be trading right now. It was December, and you were telling me that I shouldn't be trading in December at this time because it's all traps. And that the trade that I had open at that time, I won that trade, but I lost some trades, like 2-3 trades right after that in a row. And I was like, man, this man knew what he was talking about this whole time. I didn't tell you that at this time. That's what happened. You know what I mean? So.
And the thing is, I didn't want to have that approach like, oh my God, I know it all. I really truly love what I do and what it's doing for people. And I knew for a fact with you and how you carry yourself in your Facebook, how professional you are. I was like, yo, if only I can get to this guy right now, and really open up and show him how he could really seriously make money in the market. That's what I was looking for, and that's why I told you, give me 15 minutes and I'll change your life in 15 minutes. And it took you like a month. It took you like a month to hit me up.
Yeah. When you said that, I was kind of swimming through options. At the time, I was pretty much done with signal taking. I realized it wasn't enough. Even if even if you get pretty good signals, after a year of taking signals, like, what do you know?
You don't know
you're a
anything.
signal taker.
Yeah.
You don't know anything. Down the line. What if your signal taking lifeline is cut off? And it happened a couple times, and I was like, okay, so what am I going to do now? I'm on my own now, right? So I'm like in the market guessing and thinking, doing what I think is right, but I'm not, 100% sure. And it was just crazy. And it was a couple other traders I was looking at, but the way they were going about it, it wasn't didn't have much integrity. They were too anxious to get people to sign up, too anxious to get to show results. Like, oh, look what I'm doing, 10 standards, 10 trades on 10 standards, and taking like 4 pips, 5 pips, 6 pips. I was like, this isn't trading. I'm smart enough to know that. Like, this isn't what I want to do. And then when I talked to you, you didn't throw results at me. You showed me what I didn't know. You said, hey, look, this is, I was struggling on some trades, and you're like, this is why. You showed me exactly why, and all of these experts couldn't show me this. And you showed me in like 5 minutes. Like, the other 10 minutes was more, we were just kind of talking about some stuff. You was like, here, bam. And like, this is what you were doing wrong. You missed this. I was trading a AUD pair and reset, and I didn't know what a reset was.
And do you see how powerful it is if you do not know? How it's like this little switch that when you do know, you're like, oh my God, are you serious? And it makes this visual in your head like, dang, if only I would have knew that. I could have prepared myself for this, or I could have prepared for that. And there's a lot of people going through that right now. And I want you to talk to those people right now. Like, you joined VKU a while back, and I'm talking about as soon as we got on that call, the next day you joined. And
Yeah.
You've been all in since that day. And I want you to talk to these people, your growth. What is the growth process in VKU? Or even if people are not even looking at VKU, what is the growth process in Forex? Because people think it's easy. It's not.
Well, let me give a couple perspectives in my quick story with that. When I first got into VKU, I had already been trading for about 7 months in the market, and I had already learned. I got really good with scalping, price action, fibs, ichimokus, and I started getting into harmonics, and I got really good at using the harmonics. But what I realized was those methods were 50-50 at best, because there was no guarantee that any scalp was going to scalp, or there was no guarantee that a fib would hold, it would reverse at the fib, or freaking resistance hold or break, and you get in and then it reverses on you. There's no really guarantee there. It's just more of a guideline, like, hey, look, it this might happen around here, but then it might not. It was not precise. So when I got into VKU, the first freaking video I watched answered so many questions. I was like, okay, that was one thing I was missing. The EMAs I didn't have, the market maker platform that I didn't have. Just the platform alone changed everything for me. And I was like, wow, I can trade now. I got this platform I didn't have, knowing exactly when to trade. And this all came in steps. I didn't rush it. I took my time to learn it. It took about 2-3 months before I was really trading heavy again.
Which was smart. Which was smart.
Yeah, yeah. No, well, I did some trades. I was actually breaking a couple rules with smaller lots when you said the stuff that you were teaching me, just to see how it worked. And yeah, you know, everything you were saying was right. It was like, okay, if you do this, you will most likely lose that trade. And I was like, well, this trade looks good, but it's around this time. I shouldn't be trading. You know, you get in and it does the opposite thing. And it's not really that your setup was all that wrong, but it's at the wrong time of the day. You know, even if it looks good. And that's really what I needed. I needed all of that. You know, I mean, we all do, to be honest. Sometimes I even forget a thing or two. I got to go back and look at it because if I not that I lose, I don't really lose trades anymore.